The Pirates of the Caribbean films presented the bandits of the seas with a jovial and comedic face, but the reality, unsurprisingly, was very different. But even in the annals of piratical brutality, one name stands out among the most fearsome of all: Charles Vane. Charles Vane was one of the most infamous pirates of the early 18th century, known not only for his defiance of authority, but also for his exceptional cruelty. His career unfolded during the so-called Golden Age of piracy, particularly in the Caribbean, where Nassau, in the Bahamas, had become a stronghold for pirates, the so-called Pirate Republic. Vane first gained prominence as a privateer during the War of the Spanish Succession, but like many others he turned fully to piracy after peace was declared. Operating primarily from the Bahamas, he was one of the dominant figures in the Pirate Republic of Nassau before its collapse under British pressure. In 1718, King George I offered a royal pardon to all pirates willing to surrender. Most of Vane's contemporaries, including Blackbeard and Benjamin Hornigold, accepted it. Vane, however, refused. As recorded in A General History of the Pirates, when Governor Woodes Rogers arrived in Nassau, Vane was resolute not to accept the king's pardon, and escaped by sailing a fireship directly at the naval blockade. The account reads, he prepared a large ship which he filled with combustible matter, set on fire and let drive among the king's ships. Vane's continued piracy was marked by extreme acts of violence. He showed little restraint, often torturing prisoners or leaving them to die. One particularly cruel incident is recorded when Vane attacked a merchant vessel and whipped the master of a ship and some of the men in a cruel manner, and then turned them adrift in a small boat without either provisions or instruments to direct their course. Such treatment effectively sentenced the men to death by exposure or starvation. Vane also developed a reputation for burning captured ships, sometimes with the crews still on board, or exposing them to barren islands with no supplies. A general history read, he set fire to several ships and either murdered or exposed their crews to perishing. These brutal tactics were not merely strategic, they reflected a temperament that many considered unhinged. Unlike other pirates who followed an informal code of conduct, Vane often violated these norms, including threatening to mutilate or kill unarmed captives for sport. He was known to humiliate prisoners, often forcing them to dance or sing at knife point. Despite his fearsome reputation, however, Vane's leadership was short-lived. In one key incident, he declined to attack a large French warship, fearing it was too heavily armed. His crew, tired of his erratic behaviour and needless cruelty, mutinied and replaced him with John Calico Jack Rackham. The book notes, the crew cried out, "A pirate is always a coward," and they took the opportunity to depose him. Vane was subsequently set adrift with a small number of loyal men. His fortunes worsened when a hurricane wrecked his sloop on a deserted island. After weeks stranded, he was rescued, only to be recognised and handed over to the authorities in Jamaica. Vane was tried for piracy in 1721. Found guilty, he was hanged in Port Royal that same year, his body displayed publicly as a warning to other pirates. The general history offers a final glimpse into his unrepentant nature. He died without any signs of repentance, bold and obstinate to the last. Charles Vane is a symbol of the often ruthless, violent and destructive nature of piracy. Unlike many of his peers, who sought redemption or profit, Vane chose only rebellion and cruelty, and paid the ultimate price for it. Jack Sparrow, he ain't. But that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description, or via YouTube Super Thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.